Part two on this gaggle of ours. Diary agreement named John Weaver, which is me. Still Thursday, the 15th of January, 2025. Time index right now is 5 after 5 in the evening, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so we were talking about Department of Ag Secretary, whatever hell her name is, telling people that for $3 they can afford to put a piece of chicken with broccoli and tortilla and something else. And I'm thinking to myself, no, she doesn't get it. She was trying to do all these computations and examinations, and God knows what else she's got going through her head on this one. And she said she ran some similars. All right, now on the floor. Yeah, you're on because you're farting on me too much. Oh, this is driving me crazy this day. But that's my dog. She does that. She's old, she's blind, she's deaf, and she's a pain in the ass, and I love her to death. For a 20-year-old senior citizen. Oh, my God. Anyway. So basically what she was talking about is like a street taco. You've been to street. You've seen street tacos. I mean, you've seen the vendors out there, right? With the carts. One form or another. They come up with their trucks. That cost you maybe about $4 or $5 for meat, vegetable, tortilla. And not just about not just about the sauce either. I'm going through a website that says thepricer.org, and I typed in how much does one cost per taco, and ranging between $2 and $5, depending on what kind of ingredients they're putting in there and how much they pay for the damn thing. Everything is in bulk, you know that. But then you got to price it down, how much weight you got compared to the price that you're paying, and that gives you the per ounces. That gives you the price per ounce that you're paying it for. So I don't understand where this Twitzel, and not to mention the Trump administration, who doesn't know their ass from a hot rock, how come they've never been consumers? I know you can go to a fast food place and you think you figure out the prices of everything. No. I've been cooking for a hell of a long while. I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. I've been cooking for my family, now myself, and for my dog. And I can tell you the prices vary from place to place, from store to store, region to region, item to item. And there she goes again. Give me a second here. And this is what I go through on a day-to-day basis. Being a caregiver to a dog who is all blind, deaf, having mobility issues in her rear legs. And she is a pain in the butt. I love her to death. I love her to death. And she's just fussing. Alright, did I get everything else straight off? I gotta get the pad taken care of. This is gonna take me a few minutes. Gonna put her on the ground, let her fuss. She's gonna yell and fuss and circle around like a twit she is. Being a caregiver to a dog, especially mine, that's the only thing I can say about it. Anyway, talking about Trump administration and the consumer shopper. I had been taught by my family a long time ago how to shop, how to do price comparisons. A long time ago, yeah, we dealt with little sticker tags, and we dealt with the little sticker tags back in the 60s and 70s until they got to the UPC barcodes, and then everything else was tagged up, and you could scan, but they would still have a general tag of what it said. Unit pricing that they had on there was how much of the unit is it worth. When I was doing the price comparisons concerning about taking the price, dividing it by the ounce, and got the figure. Well, that's roughly about the unit pricing. You see those extra value things, and then you see the smaller items. You think the extra value is fine, but you look at the unit pricing per unit. There's a smaller number in the price field. And I start comparing how many of the smaller things would be worth more than the larger one. And when I can figure that out and still save a few extra bucks, or even a few cents, that adds up to a few extra bucks, then I know I'm not going to be paying as much at the register. There's a lot of mathematics in the head. Calculator works, piece of paper, but still. I look at the prices these days. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't see the unit pricing. At least it's dry food. It's not water or anything else. Thank God. The things I have to do for my dog. She's gonna spill her dry. Give me a second. Get some food. You know, sometimes I find helpful in a dog like mine. Heavy duty pasta dishes. I need to find me them. I need to get me an Amazon. Just take out a couple of things here and there, but I need to get the Amazon going. I need a pasta bowl. Heavy duty pasta bowl to replace the last two I've got already. They're cracked and tossed out. Okay. Maybe. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Pasta plate. And I'm not talking about disposable, I'm talking about ceramic. Things I would have found over at Pick and Save or Big Lots. Ceramics. Okay, so now I gotta save up for that one. But I need the heavy ones. Large capacity, microwave safe. Ranging from 25 to 30 bucks depending on which particular brand and which particular one I'm going to get. Because I need her. You hear that? She's walking around all over the thing. How about I try to talk about the pricing a little bit later?